We got a new save today. We got a very average laptop webcam. We've got some flowers just behind me, and we've even got an intro. So that's right, we're taking over Norwich City, newly relegated into the Championship. We're starting this save with the squads from last season. Didn't bother doing any database updates. Didn't really see the point because we're so early into pre-season anyway. So I thought we'd keep the squads the same for the season that we're actually doing. So let's just take a little look at the club then. Play at Canaries Road, 27,244 people can fit in there. Very good stadium condition. Take a look at the general. Fierce rivals, obviously Ipswich, that's who we're taking on today in the East Anglian Derby, also known as the Old Farm Derby. Other rivals, Leeds United, historic, don't know what that's all about. Haven't got too much debt, only 575 grand. 22,000 season ticket holders. Lot of legends and icons and favoured personnel. Some of the legends: Darren Huckabee, Ewan Roberts, Darren Eady, Dion Dublin. A few names I know there. Icons: Chris Sutton sticks out for me there. Malky Mackay as well. Martin Peters, World Cup winner. Mike Walker was manager during one of their best spells when they actually finished, I think it was either third or fourth in the Premier League. About in 1994, they actually beat Bayern Munich as well in the UEFA Cup. Other favoured personnel: Grant Holt recently, Paul Lambert, Simeon Jackson, Craig Bellamy. So they've had some really good players over the years. Take a look at their competitions that they've won. There you go, third place 1993, their best ever finish. They've won the Sky Bet Championship or the equivalent level 3 times in their history. They've also won the League Cup twice, 1962 and 1985, and they actually finished runners up twice as well in 1973 and 1975. So not a huge history, but not bad for a club of their size. So facilities wise, I've already told you about the stadium. We've got impressive training facilities, good youth facilities as well. Play at the Coley Training Centre in Norwich. So all in all, we're set up. Really, we've got to push on this season for promotion. That's the aim. That's what I've been told by the board. So I'm hoping I can achieve that and keep my job. So let's take a look at the squad. I think the first thing to notice is just how many injuries. 5 injuries. We had even more than that at the start of the game, start of pre-season. We've got John Ruddy, Alex Pritchard and Ivo Pinto all coming back relatively soon. Matt Jarvis and Yusuf Malumbu are out. Malumbu's out for 3 to 5 months and Matt Jarvis is out for 3 to 5 months as well. When I took the club over, our medical team consisted of a head physio and a doctor. That's it. I've now improved that. I've brought in 3 physios. I've brought in a head of sports science and a couple of sports scientists as well. So hopefully we're going to prevent some of these long-term injuries from happening. So a few of the key players: Wes Houlihan's the best player we've got at the club, advanced playmaker, ideally suited as an attacking midfielder, can play in the centre of midfield as well. 34 years old. It's a little bit disappointing having to rely on a 34-year-old, but really top player, especially for the Championship. Excellent passing, well, good technicals all round for a playmaker. Really good mentally, as you'd expect for a 34-year-old. His physicals are dropping. A couple of young players in the Murphy brothers. Jacob Murphy's a natural on the right. They're both left-footed, so Jacob's more of an inside forward. Really quick and good technicals as well for the position. I've got high hopes for him. He's only 21 years old. We'll take a look at his brother as well. brother Josh, again, just as quick. In fact, he's a little bit quicker. His acceleration's a bit better. He's more of a natural winger, plays on the left-hand side. His crossing could be better. He's a decent dribbler. You can see his attributes already going up, and I'm pretty sure both of them are really going to improve in the future, and we may have a bit of a fight on our hands to keep him at the club. Defensively, Tim Close is probably the best centre-back we've got. Former Wolfsburg player. Not a great technical defender, but he's got good attributes where you want them in heading, marking and tackling. He's good mentally as well. Pretty decent physically. Even got a bit of pace at 15. Acceleration could be a bit higher though. But an important player for us. 28-year-old Swiss international. 14 caps for the national team. Valued at 10.25 million. I think he's going to be absolutely crucial for us this season. Up front, we're a little bit light. We've got Cameron Jerome, top striker for the championship. Really, really quick. Well, all-round physical player. Says he's a target man or a defensive forward, really. Probably going to be playing him as a defensive forward. He's decent mentally, but his technical ability could be a lot better. His finishing's okay, but really poor first touch. We've also got Nelson Oliveira, complete forward, 25-year-old Portuguese player. He's actually got 10 caps for Portugal. A little bit more of an all-round player than Cameron Jerome, but doesn't have perhaps the work rate or the pace that Jerome has. So in terms of signings, I've actually got transfer budgets turned off in the first window, more by accident than design. Forgot to untick the box when I started the game, but we'll go with it. Didn't sign 2 players on loan though. Enric Sabari, or Sabarit, I'm not sure. Spanish, I think he's Basque. Well, he is Basque. He came from Atletico Bilbao. Left back, and he's a good left back as well. He's going to be competing with Gilks, who we've got on loan from Ajax. Good technical ability. Really pleased with his crossing at 14. But he's okay defensively as well, marking 12 and tackling 12. He certainly could be a little bit higher, but he's okay. Mentally, he's got some good all-round ability. A little bit disappointed by his work rate though. Could perhaps do with that being a bit higher. But he's fairly quick and all-round, decent physical player. Gets forward whenever possible, which is always good. He's made 25 appearances for Bilbao in his career. We do have the option of buying him for 400,000 as well if his loan's successful. We've signed Marko Grujic on loan from Liverpool. Playmaking midfielder, 20-year-old Serbian. Very well-rounded player. Good technically, as you expect for a playmaker. He's got good passing, good technicals all around, decent first touch. Long shots is good as well at 14, dribbling 14, technique of 14. Mentally, he's strong. I say there's nothing outstanding, but I do like the determination at 15 and a flair of 15 as well. Work rate is okay for a playmaker at 13. He's got good vision at 14 as you would want, and off the ball as well. 14, and then physically he's decent. Say he's only 20 years old, he's going to improve. I really felt we needed to add some numbers into the midfield with the injuries we've got, but also we've got quite an old squad. Most of our players are late 20s, getting into their 30s, and to bring in some sort of younger legs into the squad is always got to be good. So we have played a few games already. I wanted to do the Ipswich Town game as our first live com of the season, but let's take a look at the best goals from those games. So unbeaten start, 3 wins out of 3, which brings us to Norwich's biggest derby match, the Old Farm derby against Ipswich Town. They haven't had a particularly good start, they're in 21st. We'll take a look at the table. So they're just above the relegation zone. They've had 1 draw, 2 losses so far. We're up in 4th. Got a game in hand over everyone, which is today's game. It's being played on the Sunday on TV. But before that game, let's just take a look at what tactics we've been using. So we've got two tactics. We've got a 4-2-3-1. Josh Murphy playing as a winger, and then his brother Jacob playing as an inside forward. Jerome as a defensive forward, or we can put Oliveira up as a complete forward, which is his most natural role. Van's playmaker just behind, and then sort of two fairly solid midfielders, defensive centre midfielder, and a deep line playmaker on support. Then at the back, fairly standard, we've got a defensive centre back partnered with a standard centre back. One of them on cover just to drop back, hopefully sweep up any balls behind. Simple instructions, just shorter passing, close down more, which naturally pushes the line up, which is why I went for the cover option on one of the centre backs, and prevents short goalkeeping distribution. What we've used more in the free game, and what we've looked best with as well, is the 4-1-2-2-1. It's a 4-1-2-2-1. It's pretty standard back four, two full backs, two centre backs, none of them on cover. Got a ball winning midfielder just in front of them. You can go and hunt the ball around. Tetty's a good player at that role. Deep line playmaker, and then we've got an attacking centre midfielder who I want to push up into these positions. Link up with Josh Murphy and Jacob Murphy out wide, and with Jerome up top. And it worked really well. That goal against Sheffield Wednesday, Houlihan was playing in that role, and he got himself late into the box and got the goal for us. So far, Jerome or Oliveira haven't got on the score sheet, so I'd like to see more goals from our strikers if we can. Again, pretty simple instruction-wise. We're playing narrower, we're closing down more, and we're preventing short goalkeeping distribution. Got some opposition instructions on both tactics. It's the same. The wide players are all being shown onto their weak foot, and then I like to close down all them. And then I like to close down everyone at the back, including defensive midfielder, just trying to force, especially at this level where the teams aren't that technical, especially the defenders aren't that technical, just trying to get them to hit it long. We can pick up the ball, more likely that they're going to give it away, and then we can get on the counter-attack. So the team today is McGovern in goal, got Russell Martin on the right back, Closer and Bennett are the two centre backs. Gilks is the left back, Tetty's playing ball in midfielder, with Houlihan and Dorrans in the centre of midfield. Two Murphy brothers are out wide, and Oliveira comes in as a striker, with Cameron Jerome dropping down to the bench. So we've got to defend the first highlight. His Scoos. Chambers is being allowed a lot of time. Ward gets the cross in. Pittman, he had to be offside there, surely. Yes. Of course he would. He was miles offside there. Here's Dorrans. Finds Houlihan. Finds Murphy. Never remember which is which, to be honest, at the moment. That's Josh. Gets the cross in. Oh no, he hits the post. Keeper left that and was nearly made a fool of. We win the corner. Houlihan to whip this one in. That's cleared away though. Walker Peters is going to bring this one away. In for Scoos. Hit absolutely long. Pittman's onto this, so Close gets back to him and closes him down well. Here's Tetty. Puts it in for Murphy. Houlihan. Is he going to take a shot? He's still got it. Dorrans has got a lot of space. Hits it. Just puts it wide. Here's Dorrans now. Back for Close. Just keeping hold of possession. Looking for an opening. Dorrans got acres of space. Can he find a pass? Need to be a bit quicker than that, Dorrans. Closed down well by Ipswich. Close just puts it back to McGovern. Just going to hit it long towards Murphy. Dorrans, I'm going to need to give the Murphys nicknames, or just give them their first names, I think. It's going to be easier because I can't remember which is which. Here's Houlihan though. Oliveira on the ball. Murphy, great goal. 1-0. That's Jacob Murphy out on the right. Brilliant strike. Houlihan, it was quick passing. Oliveira put it in for Jacob Murphy. Took a touch. got it out of his feet and then absolutely drilled it in top corner. That's his second goal of the season. Bennett gives it away. Now Ipswich are on the counter. Best has got away from his marker. Pitman's completely unmarked. Oh my, how did he miss that? That was a let-off for us there. That's half time. Got a lead. It's not been the best half of football. No real chances for anybody, but we've got the lead, and that's what matters in a derby game. Offer some encouragement passionately. Tell them there's some room for improvement. There definitely is. Let's go and see if we can finish this game off. Bennett with the throw. Dorrans back out to Bennett again. His jokes. Murphy goes. Oh, he hits the post. That's really close to a second goal then. Now can he get a cross in? He does, but he can't beat the first man. Miss Houlihan, no. Oliveira. Oh, he should have buried that. Gonna make some changes. Sabari's gonna come on for Jilks. And I'm actually gonna bring Johnny Howson on for Houlihan. Got the corner defend now. Lawrence puts it in. Clear it away. Lawrence gonna get another chance to put it in though. McGovern gathers the ball up. Scrappy stuff at the moment. Bennett wins a header. Somebody just needs to get hold of this ball, and it needs to be someone in a yellow shirt. His Ward got absolutely acres of space out wide. Oh, easily past the defender. Pitman. Ah, oh, damn it. Sabari got absolutely skinned there. Ball was put out to Ward. Had acres of space. Absolutely skinned Jilks. Went diving in. The cross came in. Pitman, just tapped it in. Easy as you go. Bit more defending to do. Lawrence, Samuel, Walker, Peters, Smith. Oh. See, Ipswich have had the much better chances in this game. Ward again. Oh, bloody diving in for it. Get it away. Again, just diving in the tackle. The final whistle goes. We were pretty poor, especially in the second half. I'm going to tell them that as well. It's fired everybody up. In terms of shots, we had much the better of it. 10 more shots on goal than Ipswich. We had 8 shots on target as well. We had less possession, which isn't great against Ipswich. Mick McCarthy team, you're expecting a bit more long ball football than possession football. And yeah, we certainly in the second half we were second best in that game. We're going to have to start improving a bit if we want to get promotion, but it does put us up to second place in the league. We're only 2 points behind Newcastle. So when are we going to come back? Probably most likely come back for the Newcastle game. We've got an EFL Cup second round game against Bristol City next. If we can win that away from home, could set potentially up a tie against the Premier League side, and we might come back for that instead of the Newcastle game. But at the moment, probably most likely come back for an away game at St James's Park against Newcastle United. So if you've enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you want to see more. I'm Fuddled Fox FM. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.